All right, welcome back. Let's talk about the return to work, you going back to the office, and the challenges that companies and workers are facing, because it is not just about commutes or COVID. It's all about liability and big concerns over big lawsuits. Contessa Brewer joining us now with some of the challenges that companies are talking about before bringing all their employees back to the office. My favorite part about going back to the office is seeing you, Contessa. But other than that, what are people worried about?
I look different outside this box, Brian. It's true. I'm looking forward to seeing you too, Betty. You know, these big insurers like Chubb and AIG and Travelers, they're just bracing for an onslaught of lawsuit-related claims as businesses push to bring workers back to the office. Litigation is rising already. Employment and labor law firm Jackson Lewis tracks COVID-related employment lawsuits nationally. And look, they've gone up. California and New Jersey are seeing the most. And they say the business community never really faced a situation where the law is so uncoordinated and provides such little guidance on potential legal exposures. So what are the potential pitfalls here? I asked the head of Marsh's employment practice, who said it starts with who is asked to return to work.
The notion that certain individuals or classes of people or even individual employees are being favored or disfavored over others immediately should raise concerns.
The second big pitfall, requests for accommodation. Employees have, of course, varying needs and considerations, childcare, elder care, health issues. They may have proven they can be effective working from home. So when employers deny requests for accommodation, i.e., can I please continue to stay home, the employer may open themselves up to lawsuits. Third, health and safety here. Thoreg tells me that employers bear the responsibility of demonstrating the workplace is safe and healthy, and though it's legal to require employees to get vaccinated, it could prove a liability if someone has complications from the vaccine down the road, or if there are health or religious reasons why the worker wants to avoid that vaccine, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many questions, Contessa. I mean, you could see a situation about safety, ensuring the safe workplace. If the advice may be to, or the person to your point says, I'm just not going to take the vaccine. Or what if somebody simply says, you know what? I don't feel safe coming back to the office. I mean, literally, what are you supposed to do with that? We don't care if you don't feel safe. Get back in. This is hard calls that are coming.
There is a very fine line that these employers have to walk at this point, because you may have employees who want a vaccine mandate or customers who want a vaccine mandate. And then on the other hand, you have people who say, it's my medical choice not to get vaccinated. You have to balance out privacy concerns. And then these employee relations, if you have a set of vaccinated workers and a set of unvaccinated workers, will there be friction between them and when you're doling out travel assignments and those kinds of things? You know, they say the best way to go about this is maybe to offer incentives for vaccinations. And you had Wynn Resorts announcing just a few weeks ago, we're going to require you to prove you've been vaccinated, or you go in for weekly COVID tests and you have to prove you're negative. So they're making it sort of a hassle not to get vaccinated.
I'm gonna call an audible here, Contessa, because there's nothing you love more than when I'm wrong. I just know that. And I'm gonna admit that mea culpa, I am wrong, but I'm wrong in a good way. I thought Vegas would be sold out by Labor Day, and that was bullish. This is your space. I'm told Vegas, many of the hotels are sold out. I know you're laughing it up. Vegas is sold out now. That's your beat. Casinos, they're booming.
Yeah. We heard from Caesars that 85% occupied in April. April just blew out expectations in terms of occupancy, in terms of what the earnings were at the properties. Because remember, these casinos, Caesars especially, but all the casinos have figured out how to cut costs and be more efficient in the way that they run their operations. And so the profit margins are expanding. And by the way, they think May and June, the prediction is it's going to be fully occupied because they're back in business, and that all-important midweek convention business, the group business, is returning.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.